Hello and welcome back to Alternative Programming, the show where we take a topic and then we talk about it. I'm your host, Jackuwarz. Gameplay in the background is more of my lost Mario Kart 8 footage from 2018, featuring members from the Gaming Guys. Now this is going to be the first of those lost footage that is actually going to have John's perspective in it, in the description below. If you want to check out the live commentary of these races and from John's perspective, then that's in the description. So last parts in my retrospect with all the Nintendo franchises in the Smash Brothers order. We did the Donkey Kong series and all the games I played involving the big gorilla himself and his chimpanzee Diddy Kong too. And so this part we're going to do a triple feature here because these next three franchises shouldn't take me too long to explain my history, my time with these three franchises. Those three franchises being Zelda, Metroid, and the Yoshi games. So we could start our tale roughly around in the year 2000. Not too long. It was around that time, maybe 2009 when I knew this for sure, but my aunt, she was a big Zelda fan. I knew back then, maybe sooner, not quite sure about that, that she played Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. Something about that. And then maybe in 2002 it was in a hotel with a demo kiosk, same demo kiosk that, or not, maybe a demo kiosk. It was a hotel, had the N64, we were playing games on it. Some of those were Waveboard 1080, Waveboard, that N64 ocean game thing. Anyways, yeah, that. Then we also played Smash 64 there again, because why not? But also my sister played Majora's Mask on there too. Not me, I just wanted to play other games. That's going to be a theme around this one commentary is with these three franchises I really was very selective in when I would give any of these franchises games any playtime. But moving into 2003, 2004, I had a New Jersey friend who he lived right across from my house, like his house and ours. Like if there was a box, I was in like box number 2, and his was like diagonal of mine. So that would be like box number 3. I'm gonna go by like the quadrants. You know that. But anyways, yeah, he was my friend, and he had a bunch of N64 games. Among those, he had Conker's Bad Fur Day, F-Zero X, and Yoshi's Story. And for more context, connecting this with the last part, it's the same friend that had his brother delete my original Donkey Kong 64 save files. So, one of my earliest memories with the Yoshi games, we're also going to be going in chronological order with all these franchises, so we'll jump back and forth between Zelda, Metroid, and Yoshi. But anyways, so what I heard from Yoshi's Story, I heard it's a very easy game, but looking at my friend that was playing Yoshi's Story, it wasn't very good. I remember him getting a lot of game overs. I saw very frequent what happens when you die in that game, where the Yoshi gets carried off into some tower or something. That part I know. But that's definitely a game I should give a fair chance. Remember, I'd watch some videos of Nintendo Capri's son when he would play Yoshi's Story. I believe that's one of his more favorite games. It's where the "so happy" thing comes from. It's his running gag for his channel. Yeah, definitely that's a cool game. That would be a fun game to play. But moving on from that, we have to do a sizable time gap between 2003 to 2004 and go all the way to 2007, because in that time frame and through 2009 I would get some brief demos with Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. That, I think, off the top of my head, that's my earliest memories in picking up a controller that had a Metroid game booted up. It was Metroid Prime 3 Corruption, yeah, in its heyday when it came out. Now, my initial experience playing Metroid Prime 3 Corruption, didn't really know what I was doing. It was, excuse me. It was very unique having a gun in a first-person view, kind of like a shooter, like Call of Duty or Medal of Honor at the time. Whatever shooter was popping at that time. Very fun with that kind of perspective, you know, for a Nintendo game, of all things. But, all that being said, I had a lot of difficulties figuring out what to do. Had zero context on the area, the specific thing I was supposed to do. The thing with Metroid and Zelda, and that's the one thing that really turns me off from both those franchises, is you really got to pay attention to dialogue and very small things just to figure out what you need to be doing. In some areas of the Pokemon games, you kind of have to do that. Maybe in Sinnoh, but some of the later games, they kind of do a better job with that. Anyways, yeah, I didn't get to play too much Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. I could definitely, if I really want to get into the game, I have access to that through the Wii U eShop. I can get the whole trilogy collection through there, I believe. Do know that good old Gerald, he's a big Metroid fan, so if anyone's going to get me into the Metroid franchise, it's definitely him. And according to my list, that's all there really is to my story with Metroid. See, I told you, this isn't going to take me too long to go over all of these, or just these 3 franchises in one video. But no, I take that back. There's one little nugget to my little history of Metroid, and then it's just every other franchise after that. So in 2008, alongside the release of Super Smash Bros. Brawl, in it there is a masterpiece section where you can unlock little bite-sized demos with time limits. And among some of those games that I was playing, I think I played all of them actually, just gave every game in that list a fair shot. Those including the NES Zelda Ocarina of Time. That game I think has the honors of having the longest time limit. And they also gave you 2 save files, one where you were playing the beginning of the game, and then the other one where you get to play as Adult Link. That was really cool. But also, I did play Super Metroid a little bit. They also threw me in a state save where I was facing Ridley, just like that. Now I gotta say, for a game that looks really hardcore, I feel like the game gives you a lot of health. Like I can take hits all day from Ridley and not die. It's a little something weird with Metroid. I feel like that was the case with the Prime games too. And for any more qualified Metroid fans out there, if that's always the case, then cool. And if there's a game where you didn't have that much health, where there's a sense of losing health and actually dying because of it, then you just let me know, because this is all the memory I got with Zelda, or not Zelda, Metroid. Because after that, we're gonna go to 2010, go back to more Yoshi. Here's one game that I kind of slipped under my radar in my Mario retrospect. That's Super Mario World. Sometime after I saw my North Carolina friend Aaron play Super Mario World, that's when I decided to get the game myself through the Wii Shop channel. Oh, I say North Carolina because my New Jersey friend, yeah, his name was also Aaron. Getting back on track though, like Super Mario World actually, there's a lot of secrets. That game's heavily replayable. I don't think I've only scraped the surface on the kind of stuff that you can find in Mario World, like all the levels, the secret Star Worlds. I haven't done that yet. I've only beaten like the base surface of the game, where you just beat Bowser. I did find that secret exit, or the secret entrance to the final castle in the game, which is pretty neat. Definitely makes the final area a lot easier if you can find that. You get to the final boss a lot quicker. And then there's a lot of other unique and fun features that are added to World that were in previous games, like doing the spin jump. You can use that to break blocks underneath you, as long as they're like the brick blocks. Or in that game, if you hit them, they spin. That's neat. Of course, Yoshi. That's the main reason why I brought up Mario World. Yoshi. He didn't have the flutter jump. You can eat stuff, eat fruits, and then if you eat enough fruits, you get mushrooms, good power up stuff. It's awesome. And then, excuse me, getting sinuses. But later in that game, there's some different variants of Yoshis, which I thought were really cool. You get a red Yoshi that spits out fire. Or I might be wrong on all this, but the blue Yoshi, you can fly around. You know, those special colored Yoshis, which are awesome to collect and very disappointing if you lose them in a later level. Well, yeah, definitely. Some of these Super Nintendo games, I should definitely give another try. Mario World, I think deserves another run through from me, and definitely I gotta give Donkey Kong Country 1 and 2 a thorough run through. And so that's all. Just about. We're in 2010. Gonna continue on our little saga in this smorgasbord of Zelda, Metroid, and Yoshi games. So Aaron, he's the one to try to. He was the next push to try and get me into the Zelda games. This one in 2010, no, 2011, I want to say, was when me and him did a playthrough of Zelda: The Wind Waker, the one on the GameCube. It was him playing, and I was co-hosting with him. So we just got through the whole entire game, 100%ed it. Got all the treasure maps, all the Triforce shards, all that, all those things that you do to 100% Wind Waker. So what I really got out of Wind Waker, I found was a really fun game. I like sailing. That was really cool. And then just from having the playthrough with Aaron, I felt like I had the most attachment with Wind Waker than any other Zelda game, because I think that really meant much to me. I think it was the most unique Zelda game, because later in 2013, that would end up being, by some sheer coincidence, being my first game for the Wii U, when Wind Waker got re-released in HD for the Wii U. And to date, that would be my only completed Zelda game out there. I do have Breath of the Wild. I can for sure play that. I still have it downloaded on my Switch. It's just waiting there for me to play it. Not sure if I'll give it another go. It's definitely still considered as one of the best Switch games on the system. It's right up there with say Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and Super Mario Odyssey. So I think I owe it myself to play any of these games, Zelda, Metroid, Yoshi. But it really comes down to time and maybe patience. The thing with the Yoshi games is that some of them can feel pretty samey. One thing that really turns me off from playing any of the Yoshi games is that the Yoshi voice clips throughout all of them, they don't change it at all. They're the same Yoshi clips that they've been using since, I want to say, Yoshi's Story, maybe sooner than that. As soon as Yoshi started speaking, then that's the same ones that he's been using. As for Metroid, I don't know. You'd think that, because I'm a big sci-fi guy. I like things that are very technological and stuff. So you'd think Metroid would be up my alley. I don't know. Maybe has more of like a thriller stuff, some alien stuff. I think that part kind of turns me off, but maybe it's really because there's all these other franchises that are getting my interest before any of these three franchises that I'm mentioning here. Definitely with Zelda. Now the big thing with Zelda is that you know, even though I've had multiple opportunities to get into the franchise, I just can't get past the fact that these games are, well, they have a visualization that they're set in like a fantasy world, kind of like in the distant past, like medieval times, and that's just not a setting that kind of floats my boat. I like something a little bit more modern looking, maybe a little technological. I know that Breath of the Wild, there's like these devices that look technological, but I feel like that doesn't count. I feel like I've seen plenty of games where you use a shield and a sword and you go into all natural forests and stuff and just swing at monsters in there. I think there's maybe I just think that that's just an oversaturated thing, especially now because besides Zelda, you got games like what, Dragon Age, Dark Souls, Demon Souls, you know, the list goes on, where those games look very similar to Zelda in a way, just from concept, maybe gameplay wise. But I might be wrong on all this. I don't know. That's just my take on these three franchises. I'm gonna wrap things up here. Thank you all for watching another edition of Alternative Programming. I think next episode is Kirby. That'll get his own episode. So tune in next time. I think it's gonna be a short week because I'm planning on having 2 NASCAR videos this week. Power my tier list, and then I'm gonna have my picks for the Daytona 500. So expect the next episode of Alternative Programming to be coming out very shortly. So you guys take care. Have you guys a fantastic day. I'll see you later.